Hey guys. Hey. What's going on? Wait, what's going on? Hey. Come on. Hey, let me add Lena really quick. Hold on for a second. Let me add Lena. Lena, go ahead and hit that request. Give me 1 second, guys. So, we got some wine to spill. It's wine time. Y'all know what we do. Let me straighten up this live show. Y'all ready? Hold on for a second. Miss Lena. I'm good.
Hey,
Merry
how's it
Christmas.
going?
Thank you, and Happy New Year.
Yours. Thank you.
Yes,
It's
it is.
approaching
Can
fast,
you position
isn't
the
it?
camera more so they can see your beautiful face? You're so pretty. I was like, when you told me your age, I couldn't believe it. I gotta make sure I ain't got no lipstick on my teeth because it will. Mhm.
Now, you don't
Now
have no
listen,
lipstick on your
we're
teeth.
about to premiere our interview with you, Miss Lena. Let me do a quick introduction in case people don't know who you are. Okay, so you are. It's kind of hard to put it out here. Okay, so you for a long time had a relationship as with Chante Moore. Okay, sort of like a relationship, not. It was different. Okay.
She wasn't my BFF.
Okay, but y'all
She
dated
was not my
the same
BFF.
man. Okay, and so of
Correct.
course we premiered your interview a few weeks ago on our private site TashaKLive.com, and we've since spoken about that. But you've come forward to tell your story because you went down for providing funds that you didn't even really know about to fund her last album, right? And so you came and, we came to Atlanta
Yes.
and you spoke about that. And, you gave us the deets. You were really emotional when you told your story because you served a lot of time. And you just recently, it's been a year since you've been out behind this. 18 months.
About 18 months, but yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've
Okay.
been home
So real
18
quick,
months.
while the viewers are here, can you tell them a little bit about, because I know you've seen the interview and we talked about the interview that they're going to watch on Unwind with Tasha K's YouTube platform, as well as the Beagle platform that we have, because we have two. Can you tell them a little bit about what they are to expect during this interview from you, Ms. Lana?
Okay. Well, number one, the truth. Again, perspective is everybody's perspective. Somebody else may say something, but this is my truth. I'm not here to, spray anybody, but shit, the truth is the truth. You can't handle it, then shit. Hey. Yeah, I didn't lie.
There were some mixed
anyone.
reviews about the interview that they're going to watch here at 7:30 tonight on YouTube. And it was more so about, they were saying, well, what does Chante got to do with this? Why are you coming forward with all this information and stuff like that? What do you have to say to some of those reviews that people gave when they watched the interview on my private site, TashaKLive.com?
Well, my thing is, she's a woman first, and I guess I looked at it as if you knew who you were sleeping with, just like I did. However, you let a lot of women go down and you said nothing. You supported him. I felt like she should have said more and did more, knowing that she was responsible for why he was doing what he was doing. She benefited from it. And it feels, I'm speaking for a lot of women that are out here, you mess with men, and the woman that is benefiting the most, you're coming off of another woman back and you're not even going to say anything. Who the fuck does that? But you claim that you this godly person and you're so sweet and you're so innocent. Shit, stick up for the ladies, stick up for the real ones, as she says. Come on, we gotta stick together. And I'm not male bashing or anything like that, but my point is she could have done more, and she got away unscathed.
You guys are currently, because you just got finished serving, like, how many years did you serve this time?
I had 39 months sentence, and I did 21
now, even
months.
though she wasn't included in the indictment, you know, especially the man that y'all were both seeing at the same time. You were working with the man, she was working with the man. The man took the money that he made off of the back of you and put it into her studio project. And there's a particular doctor who was scammed through this process, who now has Chante Moore on some paperwork. And so for those that are saying that this is old wine, no, this is a current case that's going on federally and civilly that Chante Moore is connected to. And Lena was one of, how many people got indicted? 10? 9? Okay.
Nine.
Nine.
Mm-hmm. 9. And they're all minority because it was a fraud to the, it was a scheme to defraud the MBE. And how you get those grants is basically, I'm sorry, those contracts.
But listen, okay. While we're waiting on the interview to start, because it starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on Unwind with Tasha K, I want to talk to you about the bishop. I don't know if you heard about Bishop Lamar Whitehead. He's a colleague of mine who was just indicted on fraud for allegedly taking a woman's retirement savings of $90,000. He gave some of the money back, and also another $5,000 that he scammed from some businessman that, you know, from what I read during the indictment, it looked as if it was an informant. So they're saying that he tried to get $500,000 out of this particular businessman / informant. We don't know who this man is. I've asked Bishop Lamar if he knew who the guy was, and he kind of said he has an idea, but he deals with so many different entrepreneurs. It's kind of hard to say, but you know, that's recently went public. What are your thoughts on that? Because that is involving real estate. What you guys were doing was involving somewhat commercial real estate. What were your thoughts on that when you heard about his indictment?
I personally, like anyone that does anything wrong, like I said, I'm not sitting here like I'm a saint, because I'm not. I've been to jail twice. However, my thing is, for him being in the position that he's in, and people are looking at him as he's human first, but you know, you're a figurehead. You know, people are entrusting you. I don't think that he should get off lightly. I think that what he did was very unfair. Just as, you know, you scheme in the bank. I mean, people get victimized, and you don't really understand or know how that ripple effect affects people. Like, it goes all the way down to that working mother that's going to the bank every day. You're stealing from the bank. She has to feed her children. She's affected by that when you steal money or when you take advantage of anybody on a scheme or a scam. So, you know, all I'm saying is, I think that if he did exactly what, you know, they're accusing him of, I think he should get time for it. Just like, you know, I got time for my crime.
Let me ask you something, because, you know, Atlanta is like, when it comes to that real estate, I want to say mortgage fraud, would you say that Atlanta is like #1 in that?
Oh, absolutely. It's some real nice scammers here. You know, I mean, one thing about the circle, when you know what you know, you know what you know. But I stay away from it. But Atlanta is sweet. That's why so many people come here.
Okay.
It's sweet.
You know what? Real quick, Bishop just joined. Let me see what he got to say. He's very respectful. So don't think he's gonna come in here and you know, basically get upset about, you know, what.
Oh, I can defend myself.
Let me see if he want to join in real quick. We got about 30 minutes before the show starts. Bishop, we were just commenting on your case. Lena Hampton here, who is a reality star, just did an interview with us regarding her case involving federal commercial crime, that she was just kind of swindled in on herself. And so I asked her to comment on your particular case. Now, I know you can't comment on your case, but I wanted to know if you wanted to comment on, you know, some of the thoughts that she had about your case. And, you know, of course, I've told you to shut up. I think it's very wise that you shut up, you know, concerning this, because it's like they're trying to build a case. But if you want to join in, join in. I sent the request. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if he hit it. No. Okay. So obviously he wants to sit this one out. That is perfectly fine. I would too, but I think it's good for y'all to connect though, because like you've gone through, you know, what he's about to face and or what he's facing right now. And I think if it's for anything, it's for moral support. You know what I'm saying? Like, or emotional support. And, you know, you're heavily rooted in your faith now. You're under Jamal Bryant's leadership at New Birth and stuff. And so he's been working with you as well as other women that you were locked up with to help, I wouldn't say rehabilitate you guys, but just spiritually support you. It's a prison.
It's a prison ministry, so it's not just for women, it's men as well. And he's giving back to the community, support the families of the incarcerated, and also help the incarcerated by, you know, getting prison ministry put into the prison system more so than the
so you're really having, tell us about that ministry, because I mean we hear a lot of the fuck shit that that Jamal Bryant got going on. You've been under the church for how long? The prison ministry for how
long? Since I came home in the prison ministry, I got involved the latter part of maybe August of last year. So about a year now.
And tell us a little bit about it. Like, what does it involve? Like, how do they help to, you know, deal?
All of that stuff is being structured, and I have been a part of helping that structure. What we want to do is we want to help rehabilitate. So for instance, if you come home, you know, a lot of people say, yeah, when you come home, I'm going to help you do this, I'm going to help you do that. However, the church wants to be that a safe haven to help them with employment, help them get back reacclimated through workshops where help them get literate in the areas to find jobs. Also, we want to support the families, meaning if, just say for Christmas, you know, your kids, you're incarcerated, they may need gifts or clothing or things of that nature. When you come home from prison, you know, we need clothes, we need hygiene. So we want to be a part of all that and getting that into the community and into the prisons and helping them with their faith and helping them with core skills. So when they get back, they won't be a part of the recidivism rate. So those are the type of things that we have going on with the prison ministry.
I mean, because we hear enough of the fuck shit going on with Jamal Bryant. It's nice to hear some good things because he doesn't talk about this. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one would know unless you come out and say it. And I think that's a big deal, to be using church funds to help, you know.
He does a lot for the community, Tasha. He does a lot for the community. We had a brief conversation. Hey, you know what? I'm up for the task. I'm going to defend him until I see something with my own eyes. I mean, I'm going to have to take the position, Team Jamal all day. He does a lot for the community.
I mean, you got to speak on it. I'm not saying anything. You got to speak on it. I don't know him, so I can't, you know, all I can comment on is what he's already said in the public. You know what I'm saying? So tell us a little bit about, because, you know, you know, Chante Moore is married now, I believe, to Stephen Hill. And what do you think? What are your thoughts on that marriage? Because I don't think we really spoke about that much in the interview.
Well, this is just a matter of opinion. I look at Mr. Hill, and you know, he may be witty, he may have personality, but you know, from some of the men that she's dated, I mean, he's not really a looker. You know, Chante's a beautiful woman, you know, so, you know, but you know, I hate to say the saying, you know, I know he ugly, but his money look good, you know, I don't know. But
no,
I probably shouldn't have said that, huh? Oh, my bad. So I just think that, you know, she's an opportunist. That's what I think. And she's not the damsel in distress. And by all means, that's only because I know her or have been in her presence. And what you see is not who she is.
Tell me this, because I know the civil suit is still going on between you, Chante Moore, the ex man that you guys both knew and shared, and you were both funded by. Do you think that's going to go in the doctor's favor, who's suing all of you guys?
I don't. I think it was pretty much over with once the small sector of the NBA scheme, we all got indicted. I think he was satisfied with that. We have restitution that we have to pay. Mine is $3.1 million. So with that being said, I don't think that he would pursue it anymore, because I mean, really, where is he going to get it from? Stephen
Yeah,
Hill? No,
it may be the new lick. He got it.
nah.
He got it. So real quick, tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
what you got going on out here, because you are a reality star. Reality star. You're on. Tell us the name of the show.
The name of the
Okay.
show is In Style Atlanta Uncut. It could be seen on Fox Soul, so you guys need to tune in. I also have a affirmation, 31-day affirmation for the new year coming in, so I can speak some positivity on you guys. So get that on Amazon. And by February, I should have a book getting ready to drop, and I'm ready to tell you a lot of stuff. It's a memoir, but I'm just keeping it 100. Like I said, I'm not spraying nobody. I actually lived it.
All right, cool. Well, listen, I can't, because I don't want to give away too many details, because your story, it's isolated, but it's not, and it's very specific. And I thought you were very courageous to be vulnerable enough to tell the story, despite all of the backlash that I felt that you got. And I even tried not to put it out. You remember us having that conversation? I didn't want to drop this interview that y'all are going to see in 30 minutes on YouTube. I did not want to drop it. I called Lena. I told her I didn't want to drop it. And her manager were on the phone, and they were like, listen, we understand that. You tell me what you thought about me telling you that I did not want to drop this interview that they are about to watch on YouTube in 30 minutes.
When you came to me, I mean, you came to me in love, only because, mental health is real, depression is real, and we're living in an age where people are taking their lives. So when you called me, you said, hey, people are very nasty. People will say some mean things. This is social media. Everyone has, their own opinion. So a lot of people love Chante, and it seems as if, you're coming for her. And I'm concerned about your mental health, and if you're going to be strong enough to take the backlash that may come from it. And I thought that was very, very considerate of you, because most people will prey on the weak, or they don't care about mental health. They don't care about what you're going through. They just want the ratings, or they just want, to put somebody out there and you be the entertainment at someone else's mental expense. So thank you.
No,
I appreciate you asking me before I moved.
Like I said, mental health is everything. And when I looked at the comments on the private site, when we dropped it on TashaKLive.com, I was like, because, we kind of use that site as a focus group. And I'm like, people are really riding hard for Chante Moore. And they felt like she has no business being a part of this story. And they felt like that this was something that you chose to do. I mean, it was really, really harsh. And I told you it rarely happens. A lot of times, people are kind of either or, but they were just really, really upset and triggered by a lot of the things that you said. And I was just like, I don't know, because like you just getting out on social media and, you're building your brand and stuff like that. And I just didn't want it to affect your brand in any type of way. And so that's why I was just like, I don't want to drop this interview, but you and your manager were dead set on dropping it. And
because at the end of the day, Tasha, it's the truth. Like, I have nothing to lie about. I have receipts, and I've lived it. I can't make everybody like me. I'm okay with that. And that's just the gist of it. I mean, we're living in the age of social media. I'm doing what I have to do to get the therapy that I need. I'm doing what I need to do to free myself. So at the end of the day, I can't worry about what someone may say, what they may not like.
Okay. And I know the man that y'all both shared sexually and financially before she married, Mr. Stephen Hill. Have you spoken to him since the interview? Did you call him to tell him that you did an interview on him and Chante Moore and expose the whole scheme? Because we wouldn't have known about it. We wouldn't have known about it because the feds would have just left the indictment just unheard. Like, they wouldn't have connected it. But she was the only one that was spared, while everybody else was pretty much handed the book and had to serve time. Not again. Okay.
Well, clarity to that. It was a lot of people on the
Yes,
lawsuit
I saw
that she was
that.
named in with the doctor. However, the scheme part of it, all of the 9 were indicted. The reason why I feel that she went by unscathed is because she actually reaped the benefits from the scheme. That is it. As far as what's going on with that lawsuit, again, I think it's over with. And some of the other parties that was named in that lawsuit, like I said, I don't feel the same way about their position in it because I didn't see the diamonds and the bags and the extravagant trips. They weren't being shared with them. So that's why I feel the way I feel. Some people may call me bitter, scorn, whatever, hater. I don't care. It is the truth. I feel she came
Do
up
you
off of my back.
feel like, because I'm reading some of the comments here, and they reminded me of Angela Statton. She's a good friend of mine. We started off being her really rough, okay? I used to I was trying to drag Angela back to jail. I was like, girl, you come out of jail trying to write a book, trying to clout chase. Not Portia, but Phaedra. You knew what you was doing, you know, and I felt like this, and I'm just like, damn, but you know, Phaedra you know, she went unscathed. The feds didn't come for her at all. Like, she's a lawyer. She knows how to.
That's because she was protected by her husband.
Yeah.
Her husband protected her, and he should have. And Charles should have protected me the same way he did her. That's all. It has nothing to do with anything other than she went off unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo did his job as a man. That's all I can
Okay.
tell you.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Apollo did it. He taking it to the grave. He is not. I think there was some type of money exchange, and her being the kid's mother. I think once they did their contract,
Exactly.
Apollo did his time, came out, married someone else, and she went on with her life. You know what I'm saying? I just think she's really good at keeping the paperwork
Right.
separate, Phaedra. When Apollo had that scam going on, which I had some friends that was kind of, you know, inadvertently a part of that scam too. Like, they was moving a lot of cars for them, but didn't know that these cars were like being bought like illegally and shit like that. It was just a mess. So, but they are comparing you to Angela Statton. Are you familiar with Angela Statton's story?
I am very familiar. I don't know her
Okay. What were
personally,
your
but I did read
thoughts
the
on
story.
that? With them comparing you to Angela Statton.
Um, the comparison is fine, but what's the difference is, and I think people kind of misinterpreted Angela's message. The message to all of this is women are being used out of love. Women love. We're emotional creatures. When we love a man or we get caught up with these men, they tell us what we want to hear. And, you know, we're the victims. Yeah, we may have choices, but at the end of the day, sometimes you go above and beyond to do for the person that you love or you feel cares about you. And this stems from a long history of maybe some trauma in your life, and it gets deep. This layer of onion right here can be pulled back. I know why I have done and made some choices when it comes to men and getting caught up in dumb shit with men. It's because I have some childhood trauma and things that I need to deal with, because if the worth of a woman, you would never get caught up in these situations. You would make better choices, right? So when Angela wrote what she wrote, everybody wants to point the finger about, oh, she's snitching, oh, she this and this and that, but she was caught up in a realm of operating with guys that she cared about. It was like family to her loyalty, this and this and that. And yeah, it's some women that was a part of that she felt, hey, they should have taken some of the burden and some of the, you know, what happened. But all the time it doesn't happen like that, because those men are very cunning, they're very manipulative, and they choose their prey. They know who they want to spare, they know who they want to let take the downfall. And it's the prison is filled with women like the ride or die chick. It's filled up with these women. And this is the only thing that I think Angela was trying to get out. This is the only thing that I'm trying to get out. I want to help empower women, and I don't want the women that are a part of it helping these guys, empower them while you're taking another woman down. That's it.
Tell me a little bit about, without going too deep in your story, because we got about 20 minutes before the interviews. Well, yeah, 20 minutes before the interview starts on YouTube. Tell me a little bit about like what you learned since you've had to serve time twice behind men and things like that. What is something that that is a red flag for you now, so that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're doing time behind a man that's scamming? Because Atlanta is heavy on it. It's heavy.
Well, all I can tell you is I ask questions. I date, and I just pay attention more. I ask questions. You can't get me to sign that. I don't trust motherfuckers at all. So yeah. I got some real bad trust issues. So you got one time to show me a red flag and I'm going, hey, one dinner and you say something fucked up, I'm out of here. You know, like, so I would ask, like, now I'm very, very humble. I ask questions, and it's just certain things that I would never do for a man anymore. I ain't signing no documents. I ain't putting shit in my name. I ain't riding for you, nigga. Ain't no ride or die shit no more. Goddamn, you ask me to do something illegal, then guess what? That shows me you don't give a fuck about me. Point blank, period. It ain't no ride or die. Because when it's time for that jail time, you ain't riding. And these men ain't riding. I'm telling you, these dudes is not riding. They will send their mama up screen. They not riding. Women are a lot more loyal than men are. And I've heard men say that.
Y'all heard that right. They've heard, she's heard men say that. So I'm glad that, you know, like I said, you got out of this unscathed. I could not believe, like, your age. Like, you, listen, I got to tell you, like, God covered you. I can't believe, you want to reveal your age here? 47 years
47.
old. 47. Mm-hmm. You've been out 30, over 30 months. So this is fresh for people that are saying that it's like old school wine. It's not, okay? You just got finished serving your time. This happened a few years ago. And, you know, just to see Chante move on with Stephen Hill with all this jet. And, you know what I'm saying, being connected to, you know, just, I don't know. You wonder if Stephen really knew. Like, if she's really, like, for him, or is she there for the check? What you think? You think she's there for the check, or she really loves Stephen Hill?
I think that she's there for the check, but I also think that she'll grow to love him as long as he continues to worship her. And because I mean, look at him. He parades her around as a trophy and the eye candy, and hey, they're gonna work well together.
Well, on that note, we're gonna leave the shade right there, okay? And so I can't wait for everyone on this live to come and watch this interview. Again, the comments could flip. You know, my private site could say one thing, but YouTube could say another thing. I've had it go that way, and I've told you and your manager that. So I just hope that you're prepared for either way, and you don't let a lot of this break your spirit, because they can be quite harsh when it comes to these type of stories. And so, and like, again, I do just congratulate you on being vulnerable enough to just come up and share your story and put everything on the table. So I appreciate you. And so listen, guys, you guys can, if you have questions for Lena after the interview, her Instagram is here, tagged above. You can find her at the Lena Hampton, correct?
THELANA Hampton, yes. And make sure you guys tune into Fox Soul.
Right, but not Fox Soul right now.
Uncut.
It's Unwind with Tasha. Right now.
No. Yes. Tune in.
The live chat is up. Thank you, Miss Lena. Is there anything else you want to say before we get off, or no?
No.
All right.
I think I've said enough.
As I said before, I don't really want you reading
Thank
no
you.
comments.
Thank you, Tasha.
I know how brutal they can get. And when these people out here, when they ride for these celebrities, I get dragged for a living because I'm dragging their favorites. And so if you're not built for it, it'll break you down. Okay. So,
Yeah, I'm
all
all right.
right.
Thank you so much
I'll
again.
see you in the
I
chat on
appreciate you.
YouTube. Okay. As well as Bigo Live. The show starts in 15 minutes on Unwind with Tasha K. Thank you guys so much. Grab y'all wine, grab whatever it is that you do. We don't discriminate over here. Okay. And I'll see y'all on YouTube. Go ahead and get in the chat and leave them wine glasses. Okay. I'll see y'all in a second. Bye. Bye, Lena. Okay.
Bye.